Uh, well, good morning. Welcome to Friday Thoughts, Living Faithfully Together. We just thought for today we wanted to do something totally out of the norm. And it really is about giving recognition to one of our members who has had a huge impact on the life of Trinity. And so we thought for Friday, our thinking was for Friday Thoughts this week, we wanted to give special acknowledgement to David Groettum with a word of thanks for his 50 years of service as choir director for here at Trinity. When you think about it, we're coming up on our 120th anniversary year, and 50 of those 120 years, David Groettum has had a huge impact on the music life and the worship life of Trinity Lutheran Church. And for that, we want to say to you, David, thank you so much. And we've been working hard together, Matt Mitchell with all of the editing, but members bringing a word of thanks and some snippets from your life and time here at Trinity. And so we offer it up today for the whole congregation to know a little bit more about you and about your impact and your influence on life here at Trinity. And so we offer it up with great joy and deep thanks as we share this gift with the whole congregation. I know that we didn't know how we would wrap this up as you move to retirement, but we hope you hear it as a gift of joy and thanksgiving to be shared by the whole community. And we wish you well, and we offer our prayers and our thanks and blessings to all going forward.
Mitchell. After singing with David for 48 years, there are so many memories. I have very much appreciated all that I have learned from David and the confidence he has shown in me. I truly give him credit for guiding me and teaching me almost all that I know about singing, along with being able to listen and learn from Joyce. In the old sanctuary, the choir loft was situated on the east side of the building. I always sat in the front pew in the front corner. Sometimes David got rather exuberant in his directing, so much so that one time my glasses went flying off my face. No harm, but plenty of laughs. David always chose music that challenged us, and 99% of the time he was right that we could learn it and perfect it. One such number was a piece that we actually whispered and then went into a loud chant. At the time, my sister was singing at the Wartburg College Choir, and they were doing the same number. I remember thinking that it was pretty remarkable for our church choir to be doing the same number that a choir of that caliber was doing. I felt even better when she told me that they got so messed up in the middle of it during one performance, they had to start all over again. That didn't happen with Trinity's choir. We have done so many special concerts, cantatas, and musicals, in addition to the regular Sunday morning anthems. We also sang at the Fort Snelling Chapel once a year for a number of years, our first paid performances. We had a following there. They always noted in the paper who would be their special music the next Sunday, and people would come especially to hear us. David, thanks seem so inadequate for all you have taught us and for all you and Joyce have done to make us family. I don't think you will ever fully understand how thankful we are for all you have shared and given.
David, I am so grateful to have been a member in your choir. I had the opportunity to serve with you in support of Trinity's music ministry. Your years of service have provided countless blessings to people all over the world, all over this country, all of those within Trinity's walls, and to me personally. Thank you, thank God for you, and may His blessings continue to flow through to you and your family. Take care, we'll see you soon.
Hello, David. Congratulations on your retirement. Thank you for serving Trinity for 50 wonderful years. I'm blessed to have the joy and privilege of working with you, and even though it was a short time, it was so much fun. I wish both you and Joyce many wonderful years of happiness and good health.
Holly Dam. Thank you, Dave, for all you taught me. I always enjoyed your music selections. I wish you and your wife blessings and happiness. God be with you in all you do. Pastor Tom Nielsen. David, wow, 50 years of directing Trinity's choir. That's a lot of worship services, especially as one adds in all the additional services beyond Sunday mornings, plus the very entertaining and enjoyable spring musicals. Truly, you have left a heritage of music at Trinity that probably will never be duplicated. We have been blessed with quality music well performed, all to the glory of God and the gift that music is to our souls. I know the choir, some of whom have been under your direction for the full 50 years, will greatly miss you, and I am certain thankful to God for opportunity to use voice and other musical talents. So with deep appreciation I say to you, well done, good and faithful servant. Joanne Nielsen. David, congratulations to you for 50 years of service directing Trinity Senior Choir. As a person who has directed choirs, never in one place as you have, I know all the work that goes into picking the anthems, hymns, etc., and you have faithfully done this during the time you led this choir. You have also added additional music concerts, which have been much appreciated. So I thank you very much for your service to the glory of God, and now you can rest assured that it has been worth it. I too say, well done, good and faithful servant. Enjoy your future years of retirement.
Hi, David and congregation of Trinity Lindstrom. I'm John Ekstrom, glad to be here today and give a few words and a little bit of history of my time with David and the things that he's done here at Trinity. It's an awesome celebration to make 50 years as a choir director for one church. The only other person we know is Carol that was 60 years as organist. So Trinity has a lot of long, nice history with a lot of talented people. I'm going to be referring to my notes because there's a lot of things to cover, as all of you know, and I'll just continue with that. So I too am celebrating. I have 50 years with David because David was my high school music director. So I followed, David's been at Trinity North Branch. He was director. As I said, David was my high school teacher, and during that time when he first started at North Branch, Wanda Olstrom here from Lindstrom taught English. And David and Joyce had come to North Branch probably, I think 1966, in that ballpark. And we're looking for a home church, and because of David knowing Wanda at North Branch High School, she was instrumental in getting David here, so that's where they became members here at Trinity, and of course have been here ever since. I think one of the great things that with David is his ability to bring out the talent that each of us has, be it singing or the pianists that we have, the different orchestra people that play for us. your cooking talents when we posted different choirs, just everybody's willingness to do things, and yeah, that's a great idea. Let's make all of that work. When I was in high school, believe it or not, I was quiet. I was very reserved, and being David, my music director, he said, well, we're going to be doing, we always did operettas in North Branch every year that he was director there, and he said, well, John, I want you to play so-and-so. We had Kiss Me Kate, Oklahoma, all these operettas that we did, and I want you to be this person and sing this, and I'm like, you? Oh, okay. So I give him credit for bringing me out of my shell, I guess. So, and maybe it's a bad thing now, but that's what I'm doing. So, like I say, he worked with us, help selecting each person, and with his operettas, he didn't just pick one because it was a popular thing to do. He picked it by the number of students that he had in the music classes and the possibilities that they could do, and then he would select an operetta that would work and fill all the acting spots that needed to be done. Many of you know, in selecting music for Sunday mornings, you don't just, oh, let's sing this. You select the music to fit the lessons or the gospel or the special Sunday, be it Reformation, Confirmation. Each song has a direct meaning to the word on each Sunday morning. And a lot of that happened because of David's dad was a pastor. They traveled, I know they lived in Texas and many other areas, and I think by that inspiration of his dad being a pastor and David being interested in music and the history of the church and how everything works, it's been a blessing to all of us. Like I say, David has the knowledge and insight to selecting our anthems on Sunday mornings, Easter, Christmas, all the Reformation Sundays. It's just wonderful. We've done many great works, as you know, the Requiem, the Seven Last Words, Elijah. When Harris Sonnenberg was here, that was selected purposely for him because he had the voice and the knowledge to do it. And I think the greatest accomplishment here at Trinity is when we did Christina from Duvemåla. As you know, that was a musical wrote by Benny and Bjorn of ABBA back in the 70s. I only know we did it twice here at Trinity, and the only other place that I know that has done it was done in New York. So Little Lindstrom, Swedish capital here, and we put on Christina from Duvemåla. I think it's a great accomplishment through David and all of us here at Trinity that were able to be a part of it, whether we were acting or setting up props or somebody, Matt or Russ doing sound, having our piano and organ, the great organ that we have here at Trinity. It just added so much to all of that Christina, and also, of course, for our Sunday music. It's just been a phenomenal time. And also, I'm going to highlight a little bit on our Pops concerts. What church has had the Pops concerts that we've done? Each one had a theme, as you know, and I think what people, especially the gals, like is Trinity's men, when they would get together and do all the 50 doo-wop songs. I think that was a highlight for almost anybody that attended our Pops concerts. The other thing is, through David at Trinity here, we hosted many choirs. We had the Swedish trio group from Stockholm at least 2 or 3 times. We had our Russian choir, and with those we would either do like a dinner and music concert in the evening, or we might have an early afternoon concert time with refreshments, of course. Those of us helping with that. We as a choir, we're always our own little family. When some years ago when the Synod was pushing, you need to have all your little small groups created here at Trinity so you can be family and connected. Well, us as a choir have done that ever since the beginning of time here with the choir. I know one of the first get-togethers was back when David first came and Buster Schmidt was the choir president. We even had that back then, which has gone by the wayside. But that was the first get-together, and we've had something every year with the choir, sometime at the holidays, and we would usually have it at the end of the choir season at one of the choir members' homes, and that was just a great time for all of us to get together and fellowship. One of the big things I pushed David for many years was for the choir to go on tour. I thought, somewhere in Minnesota, go to the local churches, areas, do some of the great songs that we've put on and that people would enjoy. Well, lo and behold, David's friend from Texas, who we went to school with to be a choir director, called David and got together and decided to do this France tour that the choir was scheduled to do. And I went, awesome, I'm on board, let's do all that. Well, that wasn't God's gift for me to do. I had a car accident, was T-boned instead. But they had great reviews in France, and it was a wonderful time, and friendships that were made between the two choirs and the people they met in France. It was a great time. And I think, as I've said, that was a way to spread music and to spread the friendship that we all have through music and just each other. All of these things are possible, as David has said, in the past with conversation to the choir, because of the talent that was here at Trinity that David had to use, be it, like I said before, the singing, acting, cooking, the sound system, the pianist, organist. It all makes it so positive and possible for Trinity to do the things that David has chosen for us to do over these 50 years. I would like to give my heartfelt thanks to David for all of his accomplishments here at Trinity. He is truly a great inspiration to all of us. He will be missed, and it will be hard to replace his high standards of quality music. And I mean this sincerely and with love, John Ekstrom of Trinity Lutheran Choir. Thank you so much.
Linda DeVries. I loved choir under the direction of David. He would pass out music that I thought we could never conquer, but somehow we did. We usually received a short history lesson to go with the music. David also gave me the opportunity to use my oboe in some music. Their friendship, David and Joyce, over the years has meant so much to me, with our family outings when the kids were young to all the concerts we've attended since, thanks to their generosity. It will be hard to be without the good friendships I have made in the choir during Wednesday rehearsals and special gatherings and parties. What turned out to be our last party was Christmas 2019 and held at Twyla's beautiful home. And many, many years past, our wonderful dinners and gatherings at the Groettum home. All were special times shared. Thank you, David, for all your years of love and devotion to our church. Barbara Eastwell. A sincere thank you to both of you, David and Joyce, for your 50 years of bringing music to Trinity Lutheran Church in Lindstrom through the church choir. I sang with you for a very short time, but I enjoyed the chance to sing with a group of others who also really enjoyed the chance to sing. I also appreciate you organizing other music events like the performance of Christina, the impressive Russian quartet, and the various Pops concerts. Nothing beats the Trinity Choir Men's rendition of Duke of Earl. I enjoyed both participating and listening as a member of Trinity. Thank you for making that possible. Vern and Shirley Sunshine Nolan. Our former choir director was of Norse descent, but that was the only similarity. David really put his heart and soul in his directing. We had some great times and did a lot of good music for a church of our size.
Hi, David. David and Joyce, want to thank you so much, David, for all you've done for the music department at Trinity Lutheran. You've been a real inspiration to Kathy and I, and also, you know, it's not just directing the choir, it's the extra things you've done along the years. I really appreciated and enjoyed when you brought the concert in with the 3 Russians. It was really a highlight. So Kathy and I want to wish you a happy, long overdue retirement from the music, and hopefully we'll see you and talk to you later. Bye-bye.
As I walk through this world, nothing can stop the Duke of Earl. And you are my girl, no one can hurt you.
Laura Kalish.
No.
I remember the first night I came to practice in the fellowship hall and was warmly welcomed by David and Joyce along with the rest of the gang. That was the beginning of a wonderful time in my life. I was always amazed at David's patience with the choir as we were talking, not paying attention to him, wondering what page we were supposed to be on, or complaining about the really hard music he was sure we could miraculously whip out in a few months. And we did. I also recall how we could be practicing and he'd stop us in mid-verse to tell us some awesome story about whatever. In short, David is one of the kindest, most caring and talented people I have been blessed with knowing. My time with Trinity's senior choir is among the most cherished periods in my life, and David is one of the main reasons. I know he couldn't have done it without the guidance and perseverance of his life partner, Joyce. She will have many jewels in her heavenly crown a long, long time from now. Cheryl Fish. Dear David and Joyce, congratulations on such a wonderful achievement. Wow! Over 50 years of directing our Trinity Choir. Although I am saddened that we are unable to sing at this time, you've given us such a wonderful collection of memories. I have loved singing for Sunday services and the special concerts that you pulled together. Trinity Pops concerts, lessons and carols at Christmas, Christina from Duvamala, 7 Last Words, our trips to Fort Snelling Chapel, and I will always remember our trip to France back in 2008. David, you have left us a wonderful legacy of choral music that I cherish. Take good care and know that you are appreciated.
Hi, Dave. Just wanted to take this opportunity to say so much thanks for all that you've done over 50 years here at Trinity. You have molded and shaped worship and music here. It bears the imprint of who you are, and your passion, your love for music, your love of faith and things of faith, and that's an incredible gift. And so it's hard to know how to express our thanks for 50 years of service here at Trinity. For me personally, I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to sing with you in the choir, to be part of a couple of the different concerts as well. And so I will remember that very fondly as I think back and all of that. And I know retirement came in the midst of a pandemic. I was really hoping that we would carry on through our 120th anniversary year, but now we don't even know where that's all at. So most of all, I simply express my joy and my gratitude for your gifts and my hopeful prayers for you and Joyce going forward, that you can enjoy your retirement and still continue to enjoy with great love and affection and passion music that is so much a part of your life. We offer our blessings and our prayers. Thank you.
Joanne Endress. I am very appreciative of the 20-plus years I have sung with David and served as assistant accompanist. It has been a wonderful experience, and I feel very privileged that David thought enough of my talents that he used me. I must say I am still amazed as how he could get me to learn and perfect music that, before David, I would not have even tried to accomplish. Best wishes for a future that I hope still includes music we can do together.
Marcia Smith. 50 nifty years with this church, directing the choir so faithfully. 50 Easters, Christmases too, the music directed so memorably. Christina Reviews said the Swedes were wowed. Jesus Christ Superstar brought the house down. Each Pops musical show deserves a bow. We salute them now. 50 nifty years with this church, directing the choir so faithfully. 50 Easters, Christmases too, the music directed so memorably. Sunday's anthems always fits the scripture, David sees to that. This music maestro knows the scriptures forth and back. He gives the choir background info because it's good to know. We joke around and laughs abound until he says, "All right now." Music can connect us. It can reach into our souls, singing, playing, listening to it. Praise the Lord. New music, old music, here's what people say. Music is the universal language of mankind. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Where words fail, music speaks. Hans Christian Andersen. Without music, life would be a mistake. Friedrich Nietzsche. Next to the Word of God, the noble art of music is the greatest treasure in the world. Martin Luther. Now David, our dear maestro, brings us music to inspire us, spread the word. Sing and play it now, with rhythm make a joyful noise unto the Lord. North, south, east, west. In our calm, objective opinion, David Groettum's been the best for 50 nifty years with this church, directing the choir so faithfully. 50 Easters, Christmases too, the music directed so memorably. Dan Ford and Ken Cheney. When we moved to Lindstrom from Minneapolis, we were looking for two things: a place to worship and a place where we could sing. David made us feel welcome and appreciated. He was so amazingly gracious. Sunday services could be an adventure at times, though always spirit-filled. Under his direction, the choir always found a way to sound wonderful, and our congregation and community experienced wonderful musical experiences. A wonderful harpist for holiday services and period instruments for the Bach cantata. And we remember fondly the Pops concerts, where David included everyone in the show. We have both benefited from our friendships with David and Joyce, and hope for many more years of meeting up to drive into the city for shows and performances, preceded or followed by visits to wonderful places to eat and drink. Thank you, David, for your generosity and gracious spirit.
I hate to leave you, but I really must say, good night, sweetheart, good night. Good night, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. I hate to leave sweetheart.